When we finally got to court, I looked straight ahead in case Shella was dumb enough to show up. Nobody said much to me. The lawyers all talked together up at the front, where the judge was. This lawyer they got me. He came back, told me they had the death penalty in Florida, said I could plead to manslaughter. How did that sound? I asked him how much time I'd have to do. I didn't care what they called it. After a while, I said what the lawyer told me to say, and they took me down. I did the time. Quiet time after the first week. Some wolf thought I was a sheep. I could have killed him quick when we were alone, but then there would just be another one. I know about the other ones. I said I'd do what he wanted. He said to meet him in the showers. He was there, waiting. I turned my back to him, dropped my towel, bent over. I felt his hands on my waist, and it happened like it always does. I whipped an elbow into his throat, crushed his Adam's apple. He went down, holding his throat, trying to scream. I got hold of his face in my hands. I could feel all the bones in his skull. I could feel them start to crack. The shower room floor was hard tile. The water was coming down on us. Blood ran out of the back of his head. I could feel the other cons come in behind me, watching. Nobody did anything. It was a crazy, wild place, that prison. They wanted to watch me kill him. I got my thumb in his eye, pushed it through until I felt it go all wet and sticky. The guards pulled me off. I put my thumb in my mouth, sucked on it while I stood against the wall. I knew what they would think, that I liked the taste. The wolf didn't die. They transferred him someplace. I got 30 days in solitary. When they opened the cage, I watched for a while to see if the wolf had friends. Nobody came. I was a good inmate. After what I'd done to the wolf, I couldn't fool anyone in there, but they stayed away. That's all I ever want. The work wasn't hard. I didn't talk to anyone. Didn't have any money on the books, so I quit smoking. They came around to my cell, told me how I could get cigarettes, get anything I wanted. I looked at them until they went away. I never got a visit, never got a letter. In my cell, I did my exercises. Not like the weightlifters, just stretching and breathing, slowing down inside so I could count my heartbeats. They let me out on a Monday. You can go a long distance in 3 years. I'm no good on the phone, talking to people. I reported to the parole officer, got a job working produce. Soon as I drew a paycheck, I went back to the bar where Shella was dancing when it happened. Sat through all the shifts, came back a few times. She wasn't there. I walked the strip, checked every runway in Tampa. Shella wasn't dancing there anymore. One night, in one of the bars, a man offered me a job. I don't know how he knew. When he paid me, I bought a car, kept looking, couldn't find her. I did a couple more jobs for the man, saved my money. When I had a stake, I headed north to Atlanta. I don't have a picture of Shella, just in my mind. Big girl, white blonde hair, gray eyes. Some things she couldn't change. The beauty mark on her left cheek just past her lips. I put it there. She wanted one, asked me to do it. I rubbed some xylocaine into the spot, froze it with ice cubes, burned a hypo needle in a match flame, held 2 fingers inside her cheek to steady it, tipped the needle in black India ink, jabbed it in a perfect little dot. My hands are real steady. Shella said she never felt it, but I could see little things move in her eyes while I was doing it. Her name, too. She gave it to herself. She was a runaway, she told me, when she was a kid. Some social worker in one of the shelters told her she had to come out of her shell, so they could help. A shell. That's what she needed. So she turned it around, made it her name. She told me it was all she had that was really hers. But she didn't use it with people. It was a secret, she told me. When I met her, her name was Candy, a runway dancer's name. I always thought about Shella in prison, but I thought